What's up, everybody? It's your man's KJ the Great, dropping another edition of All Sports Media TV. But first, I want to say, I hope and pray everything is great your way. Now, we about to get into it. All right, y'all. So, breaking news in the sport of boxing. And I told you guys this a while back. Fight was being finalized between two former unified lightweight champions for May 12th. It'll be May 12th in Australia, May 11th here in the States. And it'll be for the IBF vacant lightweight title. Now, we know the IBF title was recently held by former undisputed lightweight champion Devin Haney, but he has since moved up to junior welterweight and vacated all of his titles as he said he has grown out of the weight and the division. Now, the fighters are the Matrix, Lomachenko, VASILY, Lomachenko, who is 17 wins, 3 losses, no draws, with 11 wins by way of knockout. He is a former unified lightweight title champion. He was supposed to get this fight going at one point, but he chose to remain in his home of Ukraine in the because of the events that took place between Russia and Ukraine. He stayed home, he fought, but he was granted opportunity to come back. He had a comeback fight against Jermaine Ortiz. He didn't look his best, but ultimately he got the win in that fight. Then he went on to fight the former undisputed lightweight champion, Devin the Dream Haney, which he lost a unanimous decision in that fight. I know a lot of people were up in arms about that fight, saying that Lomachenko won that fight, but in all honesty, you have to go back and watch that fight to determine if you think he really won that fight. Devin Haney, he won that fight, in my opinion, by unanimous decision. It was close. Lomachenko, he came on late in the later rounds. He had a good he had 2 rounds that were really great back to back, but ended up losing a unanimous decision, as I said. Now, his opponent for this fight, I told you guys it was going to happen. That being former unified lightweight champion George Kambosos Jr. 21 wins, no losses, no draws, 2 wins by way, 21 wins, 2 losses, no draws, 10 wins by way of knockout. Excuse me, I'm getting ahead of myself. He was last in the ring here in Oklahoma against MAXI Hughes, and he got a unanimous decision in that fight, and it didn't look too well. I'm being honest. But we all know that he recently signed, I believe, it's a 3-fight deal with ESPN. Prior to that, he fought former unified lightweight champion Teofimo Lopez and became unified. Took all the belts from him, knocked Teofimo down early in that fight. Although he was knocked down late in that fight, he ultimately got the victory in that fight. I believe it was a split decision victory. He got it, but he won that fight. Then he went on to lose back-to-back fights for undisputed against Devin Haney in his home of Australia. He was routed pretty much in both of those fights. The first fight, Devin Haney, he outboxed him, showcased his skills, the level of skills that he has. Definitely, he put on a dazzling display. In the second fight, Devin Haney, he tried to sit down on his punches a lot more. You can see it. He was cut. Kambosos was cut. They were throwing, but he lost a unanimous decision again in that fight. And he came back, like I said, against MAXI Hughes. I was there ringside for that fight. That fight, I MAXI Hughes, he was being slick. Seemed like he was quicker to the punch, but I guess I just wasn't at the right angle to see what the judges were seeing. That same night, Keyshawn Davis fought on the undercard as the co-feature. It was a heck of a fight, though. Ultimately, he won. He became the IBO lightweight champion. And now here we are with these two fighters. Now, with these two fighters, I believe we could possibly get a great fight out of this. I think where Lomachenko is, he's still wanting to prove and is out to prove that he is one of the best guys in this generation at lightweight. Same thing with Lomachenko. He's wanted to be undisputed. as they fast tracked him um, from his amateur career of like almost 400 fights. He became a world champion in, I believe, like his third fight in his pro career. So we definitely want to see what this fight entails. I won't give my final predictions just yet. Just know I think this is going to be one of the best showdowns. Again, this fight is happening May 12th in Australia, May 11th here in the States. Can't wait for this fight. Um, Ultimately, I don't know who's gonna be all on the undercard, but they did say the Maloney twins will be on the undercard. Jason Maloney, I believe his name. He defended his title, bantamweight title, Saturday night on the undercard of Artur Beterbiev. So I like that. You know, he's active. He's gonna be active. So I want to see what these two guys got for us. Lomachenko versus George Kambosos, May 11th here in the States, May 12th in Australia. Who do you think is going to win this fight? And are you excited to see this fight, this caliber of fight where the top guys are fighting the top guys? Let me know in the comments. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. Share this with your people. Thank you guys. Oh, and if you are where I'm at or around anywhere where it's freezing cold, man, please stay warm. You see somebody who needs to get somewhere warm, point them in the right direction or drop a jacket on them, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. Peace.